innovating on gameplay, not monetization, Splitgate 2 CEO says. Grant Hill over at Insider Gaming tells us all about it. I was fortunate enough to get hands-on with Splitgate 2 a month before the game entered the current open alpha. I also had the chance to sit down with Proulx, the co-founder and CEO of 1047 Studios, the developer behind the high-octane shooter. As I explored the intense mechanics of Splitgate 2, I found myself getting very nicely... gelling very nicely. Too. I need more coffee this morning. I found myself gelling very nicely with what was on offer. As questions were put to Proulx, I learned about the future of Splitgate 2, which is a direct follow-up from the shooter, which was released in 2019 on PC and then later on consoles. This sequel, Evolution, is the order of the day. Ian Proulx was very transparent about the areas in which Splitgate, the first game, fell short. The title was awesome, short-term retention, but players dropped off alarmingly fast after realizing that there wasn't much to do or chase in the game. It was super fun, super simple, but it lacked variety and the staying power. We had really strong short-term retention. Our day 1 and day 7 was world-class, better than many of the top shooters you'll see today. Big words, but he's not wrong. Dude, they hit fire. Like, it was on fire. But that was what we saw is players would come in, play for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then saw, now what is the biggest question, right? And this is when you get into these games, Michael, we talk about all the time. How do you keep playing or pulling the players back? Well, I think they're figuring it out for round 2 here. There will be more things to unlock, and Proulx said, quote, we can keep you on the hook for longer by giving you more content over time. This will include seasonal events, lots of live op stuff, and customization elements. The game has been bolstered immeasurably by new movement mechanics, like sliding, a massive 24-player multi-team mode inspired by Halo's big team battle mode. Dude, everything's been inspired by Halo for this game. It's also being released on PS4 and Xbox One, serve the last generation of players quite nicely, which is a solid touch from the team. In the last few years, Splitgate 2's potential has allowed 1047 games to expand from a team of 10 to almost 200 employees.
Nice.
All of which are stoked about the impending launch of this fantastic shooter. I asked Ian Proulx about the proposed operating model for the game, given that so many free-to-play shooters have launched in recent years, and not all of them have exceeded. Splitgate 2 will be free-to-play. We're innovating on gameplay. We're not innovating on monetization. It'll feature traditional industry elements and no pay-to-win or gotcha mechanics. Michael, they're saying all the right things, aren't they?
Hey, they're saying all the right things, which they've got to, right? Every single free-to-play shooter's been saying this, right? I'll be honest. I fall into the category they were talking about, right? First one came out, I hopped on. Man, this is sick. Played it for 2 weeks. Buddies played it for another week. And all of us kind of were like, okay, now what? We kind of not beat the game in a sense. This is a multiplayer game. It's like, okay, we've done everything, right? We can keep going back. The gameplay loop was fun, but other things got our attention, right? So I'll be curious how they plan on, and again, as you said, more seasonal events. Maybe there's some more of those, seasonal game modes they bring in, seasonal different, events. Curious to see how they keep people around, because I think that's the one thing I think they're going to struggle with, Drew. Great game to hop in, blow a couple heads up, pop out. But day after day, month after month, that's why live service games, when they hit so well, Drew. They give you a reason to log on every day. Splitgate 1 didn't have that. Curious how Splitgate 2 pulls that off without having to go down into that gotcha mechanics and that different monetization that keeps the whales and keeps the lights on. But man, I'm excited to see what they're cooking, at least on release, and I'll see if they can keep me around.
You have to get the grind in there somehow, some way that just feels the sweet spot, right? Like that. I talk about Predecessor all the time here on the show, and it's one of those games I'm like, okay, what am I grinding right now? Currently, nothing. I just love the game so much that I just keep playing. Like, that's the biggest thing. So it's one of those, but they are coming out down the line with, there's a battle pass coming, there's core loot boxes kind of thing that we can get into for nothing. So like, if they follow some along that line, but they've also got a huge long list of games that they can follow. Again, Halo being one of them. Hopefully they don't go too far Halos in different circumstances.
Ooh.
But I think Splitgate 2 has an opportunity here to stand out once again, as people are, I think, looking for something else. Dude, we're tired of Warzone. We're tired of Fortnite. We're tired of this. We're tired of that. What can you surprise us with that comes out? Granted, this is new, right? They're coming into a different angle this time with being an arena shooter. And how is that going to play off? It's going to be quick. It's going to be fast paced. That doesn't normally go too well for me just because I don't have the Twitch reactions at all. I actually kind of never did, but I get in there and have a good time and whatever, right? So we'll see if it can kind of hook me, get my buddies in there. Let's play. Let's see if we can get there. When's it coming to console is the other side, because I'm such a heavy console guy. So am I stuck on PC? That's no problem for you because you are such a PC heavy player.
Yep.
But for me, I'm like, yo, all my friends are on console. Let us get into that. And yeah, give us those battle passes, right? Give us those seasonal events. Keep us going. Siege has done it for a decade. Dude, they got another 10 years planned. They got big competition out there is the other side of it. When you take a look at everything else in the market right now, they have to figure out something to stand out, or this is going to be just like Splitgate 1.